Welcome to my channel one more week. This week we're gonna be making 3 types of empanadas. We're gonna be making a beef empanada, a cheese, a pizza, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, click the bell, and share with your friends. This is a great recipe for any gatherings, any cravings, and the dough is very easy to make, but you can always use the frozen dough that you can buy on the supermarket if you prefer to. We're going to start by adding 3 cups and 3/4 of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar. If you don't have a mixer, you can always do it by hand. Now we're going to add 12 tablespoons of cold butter, 1 whole egg, half a cup of water, make sure to get any flour that is stuck on the bottom of the mixer. And now let's mix it for one last time for about a minute. Once you see this beautiful texture, that means it's ready to come out of the mixer. We're gonna hand roll it to give it a form. The dough, we're gonna work it 2 ways. We can grab a small portion and roll it out and make a ball, or we can cut it to the portions so it's nice and even. Once we have our portions, we're gonna roll it out and we're gonna make sure it's a nice round circle so we have our plantilla sheets. The thinner you roll out your dough, it will be better when you fry your dough. Now that we have the dough, we're gonna start preparing our beef filling. So we're gonna start by peeling 2 whole carrots. It's very important that when we cut our vegetables, we dice them very fine because we're gonna be cooking all our vegetables with the meat. So we're going to dice them as fine as possible. Now we're going to clean a whole onion. We are going to dice it as fine as possible. Now we're going to peel a large potato. If you don't have a large potato, don't worry, you can use 2 small potatoes. Let's cut it in half. And we're going to dice it as fine as possible. Remember that trick, smash it with the side of the knife and the skin is gonna come easier. We're gonna use 6 garlic cloves. Now we're gonna dice it as fine as possible. If you have the garlic presser, you can use the garlic presser or whatever tool that you have. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to a large pan. Once the pan is formed, we're gonna add 1 pound of ground beef. We're going to cook on medium heat for about a minute and we're gonna make sure we break any lumps. We're going to add all the vegetables we diced except the garlic. The reason we added the meat first is so we can break all the lumps of the meat, and the juices of the meat is gonna help us cook the vegetables. Make sure to mix for 3 to 4 minutes. Now we're going to season with 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now we can add the 6 diced garlic cloves. I'm going to let it cook for 5 to 6 minutes, and in the process we're gonna mix it. We're almost done. Now we're gonna add 1 cup of peas, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Going to mix for one last time and our beef stuffing is ready to go. Since we already proportioned our dough, all we gotta do is roll it out, and remember, as thin as possible so it's better when we fry them. Once we rolled out our empanada sheets, we're gonna add a little bit of mozzarella and our beef filling. Once we're ready to close our empanadas, we're gonna fold it and push on our edges. After that step, we're gonna start folding our empanada. So we're gonna grab the first pointy corner that we have, we're gonna fold it in, you're gonna have another pointy corner, you're gonna fold it in, and you're gonna repeat the process till you're done folding the whole empanada. We're going to repeat the process till we're done with all the beef empanadas or whatever empanada you decide to make. Also going to be making a 3-cheese empanada. This empanada contains cheddar, habanero, and mozzarella. Remember that you are the boss on your kitchen, so you can always substitute, replace, or add new things and try new things on your kitchen. And we're going to be repeating the process to close our empanadas. And our third and last empanada is going to be a pizza empanada. Who doesn't like a pizza empanada? So we're going to start by adding the marinara sauce. And now we're gonna add the mozzarella. And if you wanna go wild, go wild. You can add salami, pepperoni, sausage, or whatever meat you want to add. And here comes our last step. So we're gonna fold in all the corners on our empanadas, and we're gonna repeat the process till we're done with all the empanadas. Remember that every pointy edge, that's where you're going to fold in. You can fry these delicious empanadas right away, or you can save it for later on. Here comes the tip of the day. You can save that extra dough that you have for future empanadas that you will be making. Once the oil is warm, we're gonna cook it for about a minute on each side till it has a golden color. Once they have that beautiful golden color, it's time to flip our empanadas. After a short minute, it's time to remove these empanadas and let it rest for a couple minutes so we remove any extra oil. And now it's time to enjoy these delicious empanadas. And remember, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, click the bell, and share with your friends. And now it's time to enjoy these delicious empanadas. And remember, you can find all the ingredients on the description box.